ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯡ ꯎꯁꯝ ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯈꯣꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯇꯩ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯪꯂꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯅꯤ. Hello everyone. Today we'll be doing the 7th chapter of Class 8's English, Sanaton and his road. Today's story is well connected to all of us. It is based on our daily lives. So as the title of the chapter says, Sanaton and his road, we'll see about Sanaton later, but now try to remember the condition of the road of your locality. So are they in good condition? Are the roads in good condition? So what about the drains? Are the drains in good condition? So if they are in good condition, that's good for you. But if they are not, whose responsibility is that? Obviously, it is the government's job, but don't you think the people of the state living there in the locality should also do something for their own locality? For example, the drains in and around the Imphal city are not in good condition, truly speaking. But why? Is the government responsible for the waste materials, for the plastics, whatever we throw in the drains? Government na madugi responsible oigadra? Oiroy no. So in that case, we the people also should have some responsibility. So we are responsible for that. So because we are the ones blocking the drains and causing the water to flow on the road, then what will happen? After some time, the road will become bad. So you will begin to see cracks and potholes on the road. So we the citizen should also contribute at least something for the betterment of our land. So today's story is about Sanaton, who is habitually neat and clean. His clothes are always neat, but he has a condition, he has a problem, same like us. What is the condition? He was very sad, he was very depressed because the road of his village were very bad. So the level of the road of his village was also so low that the mud and the slime from the gutters overflowed into it. So as Sanaton worried over the road, an idea suddenly struck him, and an idea suddenly came to him. His idea was very simple. There was an open ground near the road. If the ground is dug out, the earth, if the ground is dug out, the earth of the ground could be used to raise the level of the road. So the level of the road, those low-lying road can be raised up. So for this, if the men of the locality of their laikai work 1 or 2 hours every day in the evening after the day's work, then the problem can be permanently solved. So the condition of the road could be better. So in the evening that day, Sanaton met several of his neighbors and told him his idea. So about to raise up the level of the road. But one of the neighbors replied, "But that's the duty of the government. That's no business of ours. So that's not our duty. So why should we waste our time, our energy on something that should be done by the government and not by us?" The rest of the people present there said, "Oh yes, he is saying correct." So showing their agreement with the neighbor. So they were not really happy with Sanaton's idea. Sanaton tried to explain them that government is dealing with lots of problems, so the government may do it, but it will take lots of time for that. But the neighbors were not able to understand Sanaton. But Sanaton was actually a tough man. He remembered how a Manipuri young man had taken care of a Shambhalai plant and finally got himself a place in the Guinness Book of World Records as a man who grew the tallest plant. So compared to his work, my work of raising the level of the road is a child's play. It's a very easy thing, Sanaton said to himself. He also remembered a line from Rabindranath Tagore's song. So he was a fan of Rabindranath Tagore's song. So he remembered the line, if no one responds to your call, then take the road alone. So that's a line of Rabindranath Tagore's song. So if no one responds to your call, if no one is going to support you, then you should take the road alone. So he decided that he will do it alone. He will do the work alone. So he came back home. His wife supported him. And one night in the moonlight, the husband and wife, they started doing it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 and more basketfuls of earth fell on the road and its level grew higher and higher. So they began to dig out the the ground, and they used the earth, bring it there on the road, and the road level was rising up higher and higher. So after doing it together, the husband and wife, Sanaton and his wife, experience a strange kind of joy that usually fills one's heart at the sense of having done something good. So they were very happy that they were able to do something good. The next morning, the people found that the level of the road had gone up about 1 foot for a stretch of about 5 feet. So they knew who had done it, but they winked at and smiled at one another. They were winking their eyes at one another, and meaning that someone was doing something which he was not supposed to do. So that was not his business. So this means that the people were in the mood of mocking at Sanaton and his wife for doing something they should not do. The next night, and the next night, and then the next night, every night, Sanaton and his wife continued to work and with the spade and basket. So what is spade? Spade haragadi kayo, spade had the tool which we use to dig the ground ko. Ako na Manipuri da yopa kan have to ko. So he was using spade, he was using basket. So the husband and wife were doing lots of hard work, and the stretch of the road that had been raised grew longer and longer. By this time, the people of the locality had changed their thinking. They were now not laughing at Sanaton and his wife. They were now thinking that they should also join them in doing the work, because they are going to enjoy the good road. They are also going to enjoy the good road. So, and one night, Sanaton and his wife were surprised. As they were working as usual, 3 of his neighbors come to that open ground. They began to dig without uttering or saying any word to each other, to one another. Then one of them came to Sanaton after finishing their work and said, "Oh, you win." That means they were supporting Sanaton and his wife. So the next night, many more men and women came out and began to dig and carry the earth. So at first they were silent, they were not talking to each other. Then after some time, they began to talk and to cheer up, to support one another, to inspire one another, and encourage one another. They compel compel means force. So they forced Sanaton not to carry the loads anymore, but to supervise the work done by them. So they forced Sanaton to sit down quietly and see the work done by others. They were giving respect. The people of the locality were giving respect to Sanaton. The joy of Sanaton and his wife knew no bounds. So they were very happy. Within a few days, the repairing of the road was complete. Then one day, all the people gathered in the open ground to celebrate. The people declared that Sanaton was some kind of a hero of the locality who had inspired or encouraged the people to come out of their lethargy, laziness. So Sanaton made them achieve something good and useful for all. They also declared that the road would now be called Sanaton's Road, in honor of Sanaton, who had shown to them that self-help is the best help. Means helping yourself is the best help. You should not wait for others to come to you and help you. So the whole event pleased the people so much that some of the rich men of the locality donated enough money, donated a huge sum of money to buy lots of pebbles, small stones required to cover the surface of the road they have made. So then one day, the rain poured down, and it lasted throughout the night. The whole night it was raining. But the people had no more fear that it would make their road muddy, because the road has been already repaired. Aduna, sige, what is the learn that self-help is the best help. Remember, if Sanaton masu atopa locality ki missing dong na masu tumi na pamaga leram taragadi by just complaining that, oh, the government should do something for this road ko. Sige lambi sarkar jin to is beginning din haraga sum chat leram taragadi. Ay taragadi mo ko gi lambi do parakadra para oi ko. Sida Sanaton gi idea do kaino that okay, it is the duty of the government that is to build up roads ko, the hospital saba, lambi saba, drain chanba sarkar gi mathong neba. But kaito gi matam the Sarkar si kay dawi, may tawag mayamam tawri ko. if we go on just sitting quietly, doing nothing and complaining to the government, living conditions so we the people should also contribute as much as little as you can. Haibadi Sanaton na kaidawi, moy na kuila sawang ngambra ngamde ko. Aduna moy na kaidawi nakan da leba lampa ama ground amo dagi moy na lebak tok thuwa kan da moy na thon chal lebo. Then again, makhoi na adu yamna sincere oina thabagu torok podi kaidore last di ina kera khun ba pisa pai ba mi amana mayama tawri si yaushan ge haidana ngasai gi mana kaidore he bought some lorry lots of payables ko choba tata haitare tata gari achobo gu ma khoi nung mayam ma leibire leira kan da donation to bire adu ngasai gi mana kaidore ngasai gi lambi thajalle aduna maram mora kaidore adu taragadi since the people of the locality, they themselves, they came out to help themselves. Actually, Sanaton was the one who inspired them. Sanaton inspired Tobuni. Local people, they supported Sanaton. And since they have helped themselves, they were very happy to see the road that it won't be it won't be harmed. Nasagi nong duna lambido lekhom tokan ba madi ohenba do ohelaro haidana last day mo nasagi haraw dan lekre. So we should also learn some important moral lesson from this chapter, that we should also help, we should also contribute for the development of this state, because we ourselves, we are also going to enjoy the development.